So my mucus plug decided to itself out at 30 weeks pregnant. Yeah, I freaked out too. And the growing realisation that I was actually having a baby soon just hit me, and I got my hospital bag packed as quickly as possible. Like, we're having a baby soon. We're having a baby soon. So I hope you guys are all okay. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Lottie. I am expecting our second baby girl via my second C-section. So I feel like I've got the hospital bag to a T this time. I made lots of mistakes last time. I did end up with an emergency C-section, so I feel like this time I'm a lot more prepared. And I think that will help you guys out as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm just gonna get straight into it. I've got my bag and baby's hospital bag as well. So I'm just gonna show you everything that we will take to the hospital. Let's go. So I'm going to start off this video with the key things that were mistakes that I made last time, so that you start off this video with the absolute don't make the same mistakes that I did. So first off, I just whacked myself in the face. Flip-flops. 90p flip-flops, please don't make the same mistake that I did. I didn't realise my feet and my legs were going to swell from the epidural. They do. They went double the size and I could not fit back into my shoes when I left the hospital. I was so embarrassed. And I've said this on previous videos, it was like trying to stuff a sleeping bag back into its bag. I could not get those shoes on. Also for walking around the hospital after birth as well, when you do get up and about, it's so much easier just to wear flip-flops. So I've actually packed these just so that I don't have to worry about it when I leave, but you could have this as what you're going to wear to the hospital so that you've also got them when you come back. But go get yourself some slip-ons, some flip-flops. Don't whack yourself in the face with them like I just did. But please don't forget flip-flops because it was so embarrassing. And it's a necessity. Second thing, this is actually quite simple, but I didn't really think of it, and that's to have a long charger, so a long charging cable. I just remember where I wasn't able to get up and moving just yet, I kept having to get Rick to kind of unplug my phone because it wouldn't reach to me. So just a long charging cable, you can get them really cheap on probably eBay or places, anywhere, to be honest, anywhere, because obviously you don't know where the plug sockets are in your room. So those are the two main things that I made mistakes with, and then I'm just going to go on to what's in the rest of my hospital bag, and then we'll go on to baby's one. This is something that I took last time and I reordered to take again this time, and that is a thin dressing gown. Obviously when you're actually in surgery they will give you like a proper gown anyway, but this was really handy for afterwards, whether you're breastfeeding or you just want to have the opportunity to do skin to skin contact. I found walking around the hospital and lounging in bed with a really light dressing gown was a lot easier than having an outfit, so I had the opportunity to just open it up and do skin to skin contact as much as possible. I got this one off of Vinted for like £2-3. It's like a proper branded one as well, so you don't have to go and get a really nice one and spend loads of money. This is actually a really good quality, lovely one. I would suggest a very thin one as well, not a really thick dressing gown, just because hospitals can get really hot. Next up is a bottle. So I recommend a bottle that you can actually sip out of, because if you're lying down, you're not really feeling like you want to get up after surgery, you can sip out of it rather than have to tip it. So I've got a bottle ready to go. Now this time I've gone for a different brand, but I would highly suggest taking adult nappies. I cannot tell you how good the Always ones are, but this time round I thought I would try a different brand. I think these might have been Home Bargains, just their really cheap version. I actually saw in Asda the other day, they do specifically post-Caesarean pads or nappies or something like that. They were more expensive, so I don't really know what the difference was, but you could try them out. I personally just really found it very comfortable just having an adult nappy on rather than a pad. I just felt like I had more, what's the word? I just felt a lot more comfortable, like I felt like I wasn't going to leak through. Yeah, would definitely make sure that these are in your hospital bag. So then we're on to toiletries. Now I've got my little Shein bag. I tried to fit it all in one small bag because I like to pack minimal, but my toothbrush doesn't fit in it. I probably should have got like one of those travel folding ones. First of all, the simple toothbrush and toothpaste. I would recommend actually going out and buying specific travel ones just so that you've got it already packed ready to go, rather than having to try and remember the toothbrush that's in your bathroom like last minute. So I went out and bought these ones so that they're already pre-packed. Next up in here I've got my handy little hairbrush. I actually think this is the same one that I took 3.5 years ago when I had Lila. I love these ones where it just folds out. It's also got a mirror as well, so if I want to freshen myself up. I think last time I just looked haggard anyway and I didn't really care, but I'm taking it just in case for afterwards. One thing I would really recommend, and this is something that I used a lot last time, I know I was actually in labour, but even after the C-section, make sure you take some lip balm or some Vaseline, purely because even during your C-section, I think it's natural to breathe through your mouth quite a lot. Obviously there's a lot going on, you're trying to stay calm, they're always asking you to breathe, so your lips get really dry, and this one is just a really random mint flavoured one. Any sort of lip balm that's going to keep your lips moisturised, I would highly recommend. Next up in here are breast pads. So I'm not actually going to breastfeed, and I didn't last time, so I know from experience, for me, I didn't really leak much, and when I did, it started a few days after I got home from the hospital. So I'm only going to take 2, 4, 6 of them. Obviously amend this to what you want to do. I do have a pack at home as well for when I get home, but yeah, I'm only going to take 6 with me. Then I've just got some roll-on deodorant, and on it as well is a spare hairband. So there's always one on my wrist all the time, but I'm going to take a spare one just in case. And the last thing in my little pack is one of these, what do you call these, like makeup washcloths, I think that's what they're called. Whether I'm going to take makeup or not, I'm really not sure, but either way this is going to be really handy to take off makeup if I've got makeup, or just in general to just feel like I'm a bit fresher. I don't know if this is going to sound really skanky, I'm not actually taking proper wash stuff, so that's why you haven't seen me put shampoo in here and conditioner and a towel, purely because last time I had a C-section, we were out the next day, I came home and did it all then in the comfort of my own home. Obviously if we do have to stay in hospital longer, then somebody can come and bring me the toiletries that I need, but I just found it was easier to have a bird bath. I don't know if that's really skanky, but it was literally for a day. Now the other thing that I would pre-pack, but it means I need to go and buy another one, so I've got it on my last minute checklist, and that is moisturiser. So for me, if you guys follow me anyway, you guys know that I get really dry skin, so moisturiser is just an absolute must have. I use it every single day and it has to come everywhere that I go, so I will be packing that on the day that I actually leave for the hospital, and for me that's just part of toiletries. Right, the last 2 things that are in my hospital bag before we get on to baby's hospital bag, I can't say the word hospital, is a coming home outfit. So obviously whatever outfit I'm going in is going to be like a maternity one anyway, so I can wear that coming home if I wanted to. And for going around the hospital, I'm going to be using the dressing gown. So for coming home, I've literally just got one outfit. I really did struggle to fit in leggings after my Caesarean, purely because, like I said, my legs were like tree trunks. So this time I've gone for really flared pajamas, like my really comfortable pajamas, so that I know that I'm comfortable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. At that point I'll be so excited that I brought life into the world, I won't care what anyone else thinks. So that is my coming home outfit. And lastly, already pre-packed, is all my maternity notes, and I keep that with the hospital bag in the car, so it's all ready to go. So I should say everything that I've got for my hospital bag is in a suitcase. I would highly recommend a wheelable suitcase, purely because it just makes the load easier to bear when you're leaving the hospital. So daddy can carry the baby in the car seat, and then you can actually wheel your suitcase. I wouldn't suggest anything that's heavy lifting, so make sure you've got a suitcase that pulls up with wheels. I've got the exact same one that I took last time. It was just really handy when you're leaving the hospital. Right, now we go on to baby stuff. This is the most exciting. I love this bit. So I've just remembered the 3rd mistake that we made last time, and it was the most embarrassing, worst mistake you could have made, and I've talked about it in a different video. So that leads me on to the very first thing on baby's list, and that is the car seat. Don't do what we did and end up leaving the hospital with your baby in the car seat and not know how to install it in the car. Such a rookie mistake. Yeah, 10 o'clock at night, outside the hospital, trying to leave to go home, and we're there trying to Google how to install this car seat. Yeah, so take it from me, don't just have the car seat on the list, make sure that you get yourself really familiar with the car seat, practice installing it, uninstalling it, and also practice all the straps as well. Probably the best advice I could have given myself 3.5 years ago, but oh well, you live and you learn. Okay, so for baby's hospital bag, I'm taking her changing bag. So I would suggest that all of baby stuff specifically goes in their changing bag. I just think it's a lot easier to have the 2 separate. So this is her changing bag. It was part of the travel system that we got, and I will be showing you guys that in a new video coming up soon. But there are a couple things that we are taking to hospital that I can't fit in this bag. So the first thing is ready-made formula. So whether you're planning on breastfeeding or bottle feeding, I would highly recommend taking this either way, purely because if you do struggle with breastfeeding, obviously you're going to need some sort of formula. These are really handy. You can get them in any supermarket, in any kind of brand that you want of formula. We're going for Cow & Gate, but they're basically ready-made formula, but they have sterilised teats as well. So instead of you having to worry in the hospital about making up a bottle, or if you're struggling to breastfeed and you need to have some formula on hand. So it's a pack of 6, so you have the formula bottle, and then separately you have the teat that you can just take out, you twist it onto the top, and then you've got your formula bottle ready to go. Next up on baby's list are nappies. So we've gone for a whole pack of nappies. I would even say if you've got room, take 2 packs of nappies, just because last time I was very naive. I took 10 nappies, I think it was, and she literally went through them within the first 12 hours, I think it was. We're also taking our own baby blanket. I can't remember if we took this last time. I feel like we didn't. I'm not really sure why. I know they do have baby blankets in the hospital, but this is quite handy for when she comes home as well. I don't think it's going to be mega cold weather. I mean, like, I'm sat in 30-degree heat right now and she's due in like a couple weeks, so I think we'll be all right with just one of these. I personally go for the cellular blankets just because they're breathable, so I'm going to take one of those to the hospital with us. Okay, now this is the exciting bit, because I get very organised, like to the point where it's almost a bit sad, but I'm going to get myself a bit more comfortable. Sorry, I'm in pyjama shorts because I'm so hot. So inside of here, you'll realise how organised I am. Like I said, we've taken a pack of nappies, but I've also got 3 nappies on the top here. So my plan behind that is just so that when baby arrives, we can go straight to the changing bag. We don't have to rummage around trying to find the big pack of nappies. So there's 3 all ready to go in the top of her changing bag. We are taking 2 muslins. We then have a pack of wipes. I am debating whether to take maybe 1 more pack of wipes just in case. We always go for the Huggies pure water wipes, the 99% pure water wipes, just because it has no harsh chemicals. Normally a midwife will recommend that you use water and cotton balls, which I find is quite a faff, so to me this is the next best thing. We've tried so many different brands and we always come back to Huggies just because they are so strong. You only need to use like 1 or 2 wipes, whereas other ones you're pulling out loads of wipes and they're kind of ripping. So Huggies water wipes are in there. We've also got a changing mat, so I've taken this one from Lila Rose's changing bag because she doesn't need it anymore. So I've got a nice padded one for when we need to change baby. Along the same lines as changing, we've got a whole wodge of nappy bags. If anything, I would take the entire packet of nappy bags just because babies don't stop pooping. They're also really handy for any dirty clothes as well, any punamis that just completely go through the sleep suits and the vests. So loads of nappy bags. Now this is where I get ridiculously organised, and some people are going to think this is very excessive. I, however, think it's very cool. Obviously, when it comes to having a baby, you don't know what size your baby's going to be. They told us Lila Rose was going to be like a 10-pounder, and she ended up being 16 days late and only £7.5. So this is where my thinking comes in. We have got the 2 different sizes. We've got the first size that goes up to £7 5 ounces, and we've also got the second size that goes up to £9. You could take 0 to 3, which goes up to £12. I mean, I'm pretty big, but I'm not expecting a £12 baby to come out of me, especially because she's coming like 3 weeks early possibly. Now I'm only taking 3 of each. Obviously if we need more, somebody can come and grab some. Last time I think I took absolutely loads and we did end up only using I think 3. So I've got 3 sleep suits in the first size. I've even labelled it in there, and I've got 3 sleep suits in the second size, all labelled, ready to go. So obviously once we find out how big she is, once they've weighed her, I can get Rick to just quickly grab whichever pack I need him to grab. So then on the same lines as clothes, I'm taking 3 vests. We don't actually have a lot of vests in the 7.5 size, so I've just grabbed some out the drawer for the up to £9 instead. But yeah, I'm just going to take 3 vests because that's all we needed last time, and try and pack minimal. And then it's the most exciting bit, going home outfit. I think with Lila Rose we went a little bit overboard. We had like a proper full-on outfit for her. Booties, mittens, little jacket. I mean, it was winter, but it was so unnecessary. So this time we are going more minimal, but I still love this outfit. So I would highly suggest to have it in a separate bag. If you want to label it like I do, then label it so that you can kind of tell what's the going home outfit. It's just kind of separated. She's got this cute little white sleep suit. This is in the first size up to £9, so even if she's smaller, that's fine. It will just come up a little bit big. But yeah, she's in that one. A little vest to go underneath. This has like a little llama on it, nothing exciting. This is the best bit though, and I can't wait to see her in this. So we've gone for a really thin little jacket just so that she can wear this in the car seat. So she's got that extra layer when she leaves the hospital. But last time we put Lila Rose in a really thick fleece, and obviously it's not suitable to put them in that in the car seat, so I thought this was just going to be really nice for a little extra layer. This was only like £2 off of Vinted, and it's brand new, literally brand new. It looks so cute. I cannot wait to see her in it. And lastly, for when she comes out of the hospital, I couldn't choose which one I want, so maybe you guys can decide for me. I've got a hat for her. So there's this cute little one, which I think the pink goes better with the colour pink of the jacket, and I really like the fact that it's got little ears on it, so cute. But then I also really like this one to go with the sleep suit as well. So this is just white with nice cute little pink hearts on it. Okay, so that's everything in both hospital bags. I'm just going to go through my last minute checklist, which I literally leave this on top of my hospital bag so that even if I go into labour before my planned C-section, I'm ready to go and I can quickly check my last minute checklist and pick up the things that I need. We've got Rick's stuff, which I'm not really gonna say as part of this, but he obviously needs to pack his bag last minute. For me, last minute, I just need to chuck in the moisturiser that I said about, my charger, my pillow and Rick's pillow, specifically Rick's pillow because last time he really struggled to sleep, bless him, because he was only on the chair. For mum, obviously you are in a surgery bed, so you do have pillows, but I just found it handy to have one extra pillow last time to cover over my scar when I was feeding Lila Rose. So whether you're breastfeeding or bottle feeding, it just felt very uncomfortable when I didn't have something covering there. My phone, my medication, which I'll have to grab from the kitchen and put in the bag last minute, and then if I do choose to take a little bit of makeup and I've got time, then that is on the last minute checklist as well. I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope this video helps you guys out with your C-section. Best of luck to all of you, whether you're having your first, your second, or your third, or your fourth, or your fifth. Some of you are having fifth. I know some of you are having your fifth. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!